Hi there everybody, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. I have some exciting news today. Today marks a very special day. Today I was able to go into my health provider's office and I was able to obtain my first round of spironolactone. Spironolactone. These tiny little white pills are testosterone blockers. These are going to help me with the majority of things, and I'm going to go through some information today that was provided to me by this health center as an informed consent. So I have all the information that was provided to make a fair assessment. I'm really excited about taking these because it's going to help a lot with everything that I've been struggling with the past quite a while. And I'm also going to be going over some of the changes that the estrogen's going to be having the effect on my body as well. So the medical provider provides a feminine hormone called estrogen in conjunction with androgen antagonists, anti-androgens, or testosterone blockers. While there are risks that can come from using these medicines, they can improve your mental health and quality of life. Given if you are in need of hormone replacement therapy, such as myself. Hormone therapy changes your body in certain ways. These changes, known as the effects of hormone therapy. Some of these changes are permanent and will never go away, even if you stop taking hormone therapy. And some of these effects are reversible and will go away. Now, people do respond in many different ways when taking hormone therapy, both males, females, and vice versa. Sometimes the risks with these medicines can create health problems. Most people do have these health problems whether they take hormone therapy or not. While these problems can happen to anyone, the chances of them happening to the person with hormone therapy can be higher. Medical science can't tell for sure how much more likely you are to have these problems, but taking the hormone therapy does increase the risk. So the medical provider provided this information as an informed consent so that we have an informed decision about our health care, both the positives and negatives for what we're getting into. So it may take 4 or more months for any of these changes to be noticeable, both physically or mentally. The changes in the body, as I stated before, will be different between two different people taking them, depending on their genetics from their family. So the changes list here, first and foremost, they have here is growing breasts. That's obvious. I don't have any breasts yet, though. So first and foremost in this list that they provide is growing breasts. So when taking feminizing hormones, the individual is likely to grow breasts. It's not a guaranteed thing, but it's more on genetics and diet, fat distribution. Even when stopping the hormones, the breast tissue that has grown, that is something that is permanent and will never go away. And because of this, regular health checks for breast cancer in the future is suggested. When the breasts are growing, they typically will start within 3 to 6 months of your estrogen intake, and it usually completes in 2 to 3 years. Next on the list is hair on my body and face will get thinner, smoother, and grow slower. This is something that I look forward to the most because it really gets tiring when you have sensitive skin and you have to shave every day, the arms, the chest, the face, and it's just very painful. Eventually, I'm going to be looking into getting either laser hair removal or electrolysis, since I do have some grays in here that laser hair removal won't remove, but I'll go more into detail about that in a future video. So usually the hair growth being thinner and smoother, that typically will start within 6 to 12 months and usually will get to its softest, lowest growing point after about 3 years as well. So also, your skin will get softer on estrogen as well. Typically that will also start within 3 to 6 months, and there's an unknown completion time on that. I suppose your skin can get indefinitely softer. I guess it depends on time and genetics again. So a big one that you may notice is a fat distribution moving to different places on my body. So that'd be less in the stomach, less of a beer gut, more on the hips and thighs. The face will change, which is kind of undetermined, depends on your genetics and your face structure. And that typically starts within the 3 to 6 month period as well. And eventually that may level off anywhere between 2 and 5 years. So your body's going to be changing all over for quite a while. Also within the 3 to 6 month time frame is stating that smaller muscles and less strength may occur as well, which is something that I was expecting. I'm definitely okay with. I was pretty strong before, but I'm willing to part with that. Usually the muscle mass will start to end within 1 to 2 years or so. A couple of things that will start here with the spironolactone is that there may be a drop in sex drive, as well as fewer morning or unexpected erections. I'm gonna look forward to that because it's so inconvenient, it's so uncomfortable, and it's just a nuisance. I don't like it. So these next couple that they state are different for everyone. So it's possible that it might be harder to get and keep erections, as well as problems making healthy sperm and the chances of making someone pregnant. This is why they suggest to visit a sperm bank to save your sperm. I myself have never really given it much thought. I don't mind not procreating. In fact, I'm pro-adoption. I don't see any other life as different from my own spawn, I suppose. So another thing that may start within a 3 to 6 month period is the testicles may shrink anywhere from maybe 25 to 50%. So another thing that is mentioned here that I'm maybe looking forward to is slowing or stopping hair loss. The hair loss, the hair that is already lost does not regrow in bald spots, but you'll stop losing the hair after about 1 to 3 months. Usually it will reach its peak at 1 to 2 years, which is good because I'm actually starting to get that hair loss. It runs in both sides of my family, so I'm sure it's still going to come to me later down the road, but if I can slow the process down, it'll make me very happy. So something important here when it does come to slowing that hair loss is that when the hormones are stopped, the hair pattern goes back to where it would have been if you've never taken hormones. So I imagine that over the time period of 1 to 2 months of not taking these hormones, you'd probably lose the front top of your head, of your hair, which is not very appealing. I really want to keep my hair. So this is it. So they were very specific with these ones. They state that the hormone replacement therapy will not cause your voice to get higher. It will stay the same. So that's why you may want to work on feminizing your voice. I'm still working on mine. I'm still very nervous about it, but I'm trying. I'm going to keep on trying. I'm sure it's going to get better over time once I get more comfortable with it, once the muscle memory starts to kick in and, you know. So the other thing that won't happen with hormone replacement therapy is your Adam's apple won't change. I don't have very pronounced Adam's apple, so I'm not too worried about that. I don't even think I'll need a tracheal shave. I'm totally okay wearing chokers and being okay with that. So also, your bones won't grow or they won't shrink. They will stay the same. So my wide shoulders will stay wide shoulders. My pronounced brow will stay a pronounced brow. Nose as well. I actually have a big nose. A big nose. My mandible will not shrink. All of that will stay the same. That's why you see people getting facial feminization surgery. Feminization facial surgery? One of those two. All right. Okay, so that's it for the positive things. To me, they're very positive. I really like this list. I don't have a problem with any of these things. So next comes the possible health risks, the downside to some of these medicines that they'll provide. See part 2.